So you're selling your home. Then you know the deal. The very first showing isn't some open house. It's online. And that means those professional photos, they're not just nice to have. They're literally the most important marketing tool you've got. The question is, how do you get your home ready for its close-up? Well, we're going to walk through the ultimate checklist to make sure your place looks absolutely perfect for the camera.
You know, to get the best pictures, it really helps to get inside the photographer's head. These pros are on a super tight schedule, sometimes shooting several homes in one day. As one of them put it, their goal is to be in and out as smoothly as possible. What that means for you is, the more you prep ahead of time, the more time they can spend getting those perfect, beautiful shots instead of, moving your stuff around. All that prep work, it pays off directly in better photos for your listing.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at things from the photographer's point of view. Then we'll get into a good all-around tidy-up. After that, we'll focus on perfecting those key interior spaces, then boosting that all-important curb appeal, and we'll wrap it all up with a final photo-ready check.
Okay, so let's start with the absolute essentials. Just understanding what the photographer needs before they even show up is the key to a great shoot. Think of these next few things as the non-negotiables for getting those bright, crisp, professional shots that make buyers stop scrolling and click. And look how simple these are, but trust me, they have a huge impact. Turning on every single light, yep, every lamp, creates this warm, inviting feel. Turning off ceiling fans is a must because even a slow spin will create motion blur and totally ruin a shot. Opening all the blinds, that just floods the room with gorgeous natural light. And clean windows, well, that just makes every single photo look brighter and sharper. It's a no-brainer.
All right, so the photographer's basics are covered. Now let's talk about the prep that applies to the entire house. The whole goal here is to create a clean, neutral canvas. This is so important because you want potential buyers to be able to mentally move their stuff in and see themselves living there, not feel like they're just a guest in your home.
We can really break this down into 4 basic steps. First, declutter every surface you can see. Second, make sure your floors are sparkling clean. Third, and this one is a biggie, depersonalize your space. And last but not least, hide all the pet stuff. Look, we all adore our pets, but for the photos, we want the house to be the star of the show.
So to get into the nitty-gritty, this means floors need to be freshly vacuumed or mopped. Countertops should be almost completely clear. All those personal photos, religious items, your kids' awesome drawings on the fridge, they all need to be tucked away for a little while. Why? Because you want a buyer to imagine their family on the walls, not yours. And yeah, that means laundry baskets, shoes by the door, and the dog bed all need to disappear to make the home feel clean, spacious, and welcoming to everyone.
Okay, now that we've got that baseline tidy for the whole house, let's zoom in on the specific rooms that buyers really look at. Each one has its own little checklist to make it absolutely shine in those photos.
And we're starting with the heart of the home, the kitchen. This is such a major selling point, so our goal here is to make it look as big, bright, clean, and full of potential as humanly possible.
The guiding rule here is simple. Less is more, way more. Get all the dishes out of sight. Yep, even the ones in the drying rack. Hide the toaster, the blender, the coffee maker. I know it's a pain, but it makes your countertops look enormous. Wipe down everything until it gleams. And totally clear off the fridge. A clean, blank refrigerator door just makes the whole kitchen feel more streamlined and high-end.
Okay, let's head to the bedrooms. The mission here is to create a vibe that's just a peaceful, relaxing retreat. The best way to think about it, picture a really nice, serene hotel room. That's what we're going for.
You would be shocked at what a huge difference these 3 little things can make. A perfectly made bed with fluffed up pillows just instantly makes the room look better. Clearing off the nightstands and dressers, maybe leave just a lamp and a single book, creates this amazing sense of calm. And oh yeah, definitely take a quick peek to make sure there are no boxes or shoes peeking out from under the bed.
Next up, the bathrooms. Now, in a buyer's mind, the cleanliness of a bathroom says a lot about how well the rest of the house has been taken care of. You want it to look and feel sparkling clean, fresh, and almost like a mini spa. These are absolutely non-negotiables. Empty the trash can. It's such a small thing, but it makes a big difference. Hide the toilet brush and the plunger completely. They're essential for life, but not for listing photos. And then, just make every single surface shine, from the mirror to the faucets to the tub. A sparkling bathroom just screams this home is well cared for.
So we've perfected the inside, but we can't forget about the outside. That exterior shot is almost always the very first photo a buyer will see online. It's like the digital handshake, and it has to make an amazing first impression. This is all about curb appeal.
I mean, just look at the difference here. It's night and day, isn't it? On the left, you've got a normal day. On the right, you've got a house that's ready to sell. The trick is just removing all the distractions. Get all the cars out of the driveway and off the street in front of the house. Coil up those garden hoses, hide the trash cans, and always, always, always close the garage door. It just creates a much cleaner, more impressive look.
Now, for those final touches that complete the picture. Tidy up the landscaping, mow the lawn, trim any messy shrubs, get rid of any stray leaves. Stage your outdoor furniture to look inviting. If you have a patio umbrella, open it up. It looks so much better in photos. And finally, do one last sweep of the yard for any toys, bikes, or sports gear. Okay, you've done the hard work. The house is clean, it's decluttered, it's staged inside and out. It is time for one final super important walkthrough to catch any little details right before the photographer arrives.
Seriously, take a deep breath and do one last scan of every single room. Ask yourself, what did I miss? It's usually the simplest things that get overlooked when you're in a rush. This final check can really be the difference between good photos and absolutely amazing photos.
And this list right here, this is what people forget most often. Check every single light bulb, inside and outside, and replace any that are burned out. Turn on your exterior lights, even if it's a daytime shoot. Do a final check that every blind is open and hanging straight. And just one last time, make sure all of those ceiling fans are turned off and completely still.
In the end, it all comes down to this. All of this prep is for that one critical moment when a buyer is scrolling through dozens, maybe hundreds of listings. You've got maybe 3 seconds to grab their attention. By following this checklist, you're not just cleaning your house, you're setting the stage for its big online debut, making sure it stands out and makes buyers say, "Wow, I have to see that one."